Hello friends, welcome to FreeCAD tutorial, and in this tutorial we will model this part, and you can see that I have already modeled it, and it is matching with reference drawing isometric view. In this tutorial we will read the dimensions and we will make this part from the scratch. So for this tutorial I am using the FreeCAD version 1.0. So you must have at least FreeCAD version 1.0 or higher version. Now I will close this file and create a new file. You can also visit my website mechnexus.com, where I write articles and tutorials on FreeCAD, and you can also access my 3D part library of a FreeCAD. You can download the part from here and you can use in your projects with modifications. You can also access my 2D drawing library, where you can download these 2D drawings and you can create 3D models with respect to these drawings. You can also support me on ko-fi.com. You can buy me a cup of coffee. Your small support will help this channels to grow, and it will motivate me to create more awesome content on FreeCAD. You can find my Ko-fi donation page link in a video description, as well as you can also see my Ko-fi page URL on this header. So let's come back to our tutorial. So here I have created a new file, and first thing I will do is to insert a body, and here is the part design workbench which is active. And now to create this part, first we will create this revolve profile. So first we will create a half profile and then we will revolve around this axis. So I will on the origin, and if you see the isometric view, so we will create our revolve profile on this right plane, which is YZ plane. So plane is selected, and I will click on the sketch, and I will go to the model tab and hide the origin plane. And now here I will use the polyline tool. So polyline tool is here, and now I will create a rough profile, and here so this is the rough profile, and now we will constrain it. So if you see in a FreeCAD version 1.0, once you drag the line, you will see the value. So here we will make it close to our requirement. Now the first thing which we will do is to create this diameter, and we can get this value from the drawing. So let's see here. So here if we see in a section in front view, we can see that the maximum diameter is of 10 mm. So I will select a smart dimension and give it a 5 mm, and now I will move the line, and this is the 21.5. select a smart dimension and give it a 21.5. this is the 8.5, and this is of a 4 mm. this is of a diameter 8, so radius will be 4. And now let's constrain this line, which is of a 9 mm, and diameter here is of 6 mm, which is M6, so this will be the 3 mm. Now here I will move the dimensions so that you can clearly see the value. Now I will close the profile, and here I will click on the revolve tool, and here we will revolve our profile with respect to y-axis. So we will go here and select the y-axis and say OK. So this is the base profile, and now let's create the next feature. So our next feature with respect to the isometric view, we will create this profile and whose dimension is given in this view. So I will select the face and click on the sketch, and here I will set it isometric and set it to the front. And now here first thing which I will do is to create this construction circle. Select the circle tool and create a circle and make it construction. So here is the options to toggle from regular geometry to the construction. And now the diameter is of 20.5, so select the diameter and give the 20.5. and now here we will create a 3-point arc. Here is a diameter, dimension is 4, so we will create a 3-point arc. We will go here and select a 3-point arc, and here we will use the symmetricity. Select this point and this axis, and now this point is symmetric. Now we will select the dimensions tool, select this point and provide the 4 mm, and now we will create a 3-point arc again to create this profile. So here I will create a rough 3-point arc and select this point and add a coincidence, and now select this and made it equal. And now I will drag this point, and now I will draw the two horizontal line. One is on the left, one is on the right, and then I will connect with these points. So select this point and create the same thing on the other side and join it. And now this dimension is of a 12 mm, so we will make this point and this point symmetric with respect to axis. So we will click on the symmetricity, select this point and the axis. So you can see that symmetricity point is added. Now I will select a dimensions tool, select this point and add a dimensions 12. Now here if you see, this point is unconstrained, which is of a 1.2 mm from the origin. So we will select this and give it 1.2 mm, and now we will move these dimensions. And now here our sketch is fully constrained, and we will come out of the sketch and we will create a pad of 3 mm. So if we see here, so if we 4 plus 2 6 and 9 minus 6 is 3, so this thickness is of 3 mm. So select the sketch and click on the pad and provide here the 3 mm. So we can see that solid profile we have made, and now we will add this cut features to our part, whose details we can see in the section view. Now let's save our part. Now let's on the origin plane, and we will select this YZ plane to create this cut profile. So select the sketch, and here we will place our model to the isometric view, and we will switch to the flat lines. First switch to the shaded and then switch to the flat lines. Now we will hide the origin plane, and let's switch to the wireframe view. And now here we will click on the project geometry, and we will project these edges, and here I will select a line tool, and now let's first constrain this line. Select a smart dimension and provide it 4.75, and move these dimensions, and now select a polyline tool and create a rough cut profile, and close the profile. Now let's constrain it. So here is a 21.3, which is the overall cut length. So select a smart dimension and give this 21.3, and this radius is of 3.25, and this is of 5 mm, which we can see here. And now we will close it. So our profile is fully closed, and select the sketch and click on the groove, and here we will select our reference, and we will select this Y axis, and you can see that cut has been created. Now press our model to the isometric, and now we will move to the next feature, which is we will now add the material here. So we will select the face, and we can read the dimension from here. Now face is selected. I will click on the sketch, and now I will switch to the isometric view and make this front plane normal. And now on this axis I will create a circle, and this is of diameter 4.5, and vertical height is of 7.5, and now I will close it, and this is of 6 mm. 4 plus 2 is 6. Select the sketch, click on the pad, and give it 6 mm and say OK. And now there is a cut, so we will select the face and click on the sketch, and here let's switch to the isometric and make this front plane normal. And now we will click on the project geometry and project this outer diameter, and here select the circle and create a circle. Now press the control key, select this newly created circle and this projected diameter, and click on this the equal constraint. So this is the equal, and now we have to create a 4 mm diameter. So we will select a circle and select a smart dimension and make this 4 mm. Now I will close it. Now there is a cut of a 4 mm, so we will select the sketch, click on the cut, and define this cut length of 4 mm. Say OK. So this feature is created. Now we will create this cut. To create this cut, we will on the origin plane, and we will select this top plane and click on the sketch, and now we will switch to the isometric, go to the model tab and off the origin, and from here we will switch to the flat lines, And now here I will select a rectangle tool and create a rectangle. And now let's switch to the wireframe view, and here we will create fillet. Select the fillet and select this and this and this and this, and select this fillet and this fillet and made it equal. And this is the R1.5. select the radius and give it 1.5. and now we will constrain it. So first thing which we will do is to provide the position and the cut depth. Cut depth is of 11.5, so we will give it 11.5. Position is of a 6 mm, so we will select this point and give the 6 mm. And now this is a unconstrained, which is of a 5 mm. Select the smart dimension, select this point and this line, 5 mm. And now let's switch to the isometric view. So now if you see, we wanted to create a cut. So now let's move to this position of the sections. Go to the bottom view, and now position is of 3 mm, so we will move it, and we will rotate our model, and we will project this diameter. Click on the project and project this diameter, and from this point to this point is of 3 mm. So this is the cut profile, and this 5 mm is approximately, because I want this cut profile outside of the body. Now we will switch to the flat lines. So this 5 mm dimension is approximate. You can keep it 4 mm or more than 5 mm. Our main intention is to remove the material. Now we will close our profile, and we will select the sketch and click on the cut, and here I will click on symmetric to the plane and set it true all and say OK. So you can see that this cut is created. And now move to the next step, which is to provide the chamfer of 1 mm. If we see here, so here is a 1 by 1, so I will select this edge and click on the chamfer and give it a 1 mm, say OK. Now if we see here, is a R10 is given, so we will select this edge and give the fillet of a 10 mm, say OK. And this R1.5 we have given in the sketch, and now here is a chamfer of a 0.5. So select this edge, click on the chamfer and give here the 0.5, say OK. And let's see what is the remaining. So we have completed this model, and let's switch to the isometric view and isometric view of our reference drawing. So you can see that we have exactly model this part in FreeCAD with the help of part design workbench. You can refer this drawing and follow the tutorials and create this model from your end. And this tutorial is designed for the beginner user to get familiar with the part design workbench and the core feature of modeling like extrude, revolve, groove, fillet and chamfers. So this is all about this tutorial. Thank you for watching and thank you for your valuable time.